Hey everyone, time to watch another episode of Star Trek, the original series. I just finished watching the previous episode a few hours ago, Plato's Stepchildren. I wanted to say that afterwards I was looking up a little bit about the episode, because sometimes I just want to see how the reception is, the general consensus compared to mine, so I'll look up some reviews and stuff. Apparently that episode is pretty polarizing. Which I kind of get. I get it, but I had fun. Anyways, the actress who played the wife of the leader of the Platonians, she looked kind of familiar to me, but I didn't really think too much about it. And then I saw that she's Barbara Babcock from the same actress who played in A Taste of Armageddon. And I was looking at a side-by-side comparison, and I feel like she looks kind of quite a bit different. Kind of hard to tell it's the same lady, at least it was for me. But anyways, I did think she looked familiar. Man, that annoys me because I feel like if there's returning actors, I really like to point them out. And I felt like she was somebody that I'd seen before, but I didn't think about it hard enough. I feel like I could have pulled it out of my head, but I didn't. But anyways, I wanted to watch one more episode tonight because I kind of got a little bit behind last week. So wanted to watch another one today. So we're watching the next episode, which is Wink of an Eye. Let's see how this one goes. Thank you guys for watching and enjoy.
Stardate 5710.5.
Scotty?
The Enterprise received distress calls. Captain Kirk and a landing party have beamed down to investigate.
Who are these people?
Does the location of the distress call correspond with this area?
Yes, sir. I am still receiving visual contact. I can see them, but I can't see you.
There's no one here. There are no Skolosians.
They are pleading for immediate assistance.
It must be a malfunction. This is a barren world.
But there is an insect life.
My tricorder doesn't register.
It registers in my ears.
A buzzing in his ear.
Instrument readings indicate life form, but of a highly unusual and intermittent nature.
Intermittent life forms, huh?
Lieutenant Uhura is still getting a distress call. What happened?
Unknown at present, Captain.
Is it like a melding of
Planet
universes?
using all ships' available instruments.
Whoa, he just melded away.
I was looking right at him, and he just wasn't there.
Interesting. My guess would be parallel universe or dimension, and the they're overlapping, but we'll see.
New life and new civilizations.
Wink of an eye. Oh, he vanished in a wink of an eye.
Malfunction, sir.
Mr. Sulu, I would like...
Captain, it corrected itself.
My comrades and I are the last surviving members of what was once a thriving civilization. Our number is now 5. We were once a nation of 900,000.
Wow. Only 5 left?
What we received was evidently a delayed taped message.
That would explain our continuing to receive it, while our census picked up only the landing parties.
And we couldn't find those people. They were there, now they're not. Mr. Sulu, I want the ship on standby alert while we continue the investigation. Mr. Spock, ever since we beamed up from Scalus, we've had a series of malfunctions.
Was there a reason he kept rubbing his lips like that, Sulu?
Something's going on, Captain. Somebody's opened all the medical supply cabinets.
Lie down, Jim.
Well, that fits in with other disturbances.
Why don't we have this in real life at our hospitals? This where you stand and then you flip down.
All perfectly normal. Whatever happened to Compton down there apparently had no effect on anyone else.
Oh, there's that buzzing again. One of my pet peeves is buzzing in my ear. I can't stand bugs flying around me like that.
Could something be making me hallucinate?
What do you mean?
I mean that twice before something touched me, and there was nothing there.
Oh, he felt something too?
Could I be imagining it?
I say no.
And we did beam something aboard.
An invisible enemy.
I have a reading from Life Support Center. Alien substances being introduced.
Meet me there in the double.
I knew something was gonna happen to them.
It is a force field, Captain, the nature of which I am not familiar with.
A force field? That's bright. I feel like I'm at a rave or something. Oonts, 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 oonts. Oh, no red shirts allowed. Sorry.
would seem, Captain, that they intend to allow only the two of us to enter.
Either because they were on the planet or because it's intelligent and for some reason wants the higher ranking officers to go through.
What is it?
But it is evidently a device of alien origin.
Hooked into the life support. Disconnected.
Okay.
Something shoved me back. What are you doing on my ship? Show yourselves.
Are they giant bugs that sound like little bugs and can shove people?
A show of strength.
Yes, evidently they're convinced that we can do nothing to stop them, and they wish to impress upon us what they can do to us. Computer, analyze and reply. Nature and description of enemy forces.
Data insufficient.
Is there a connection between this and Compton's disappearance?
Data insufficient.
There must be.
Your recommendations?
If incapable of resistance, negotiate for terms.
We will not negotiate. You concur?
Aye.
Not a chance in hell.
My recommendation? Make them take the next step.
So I wonder if the people that got disappeared are, like, dead, or if they've just been, like, they're somewhere else. They've been moved. Because, like, 900,000 people? That's a lot of people. What's happening here? Slow motion? Now, are they slower? Is his perception slower? Or is he faster? Like the Flash?
Spot?
Oh, he stopped now. Oh! Oh, look at that. Oh, she's one of the people from the planet.
Mind explain.
Oh.
Who are you?
How do you do?
The enemy.
You're the enemy?
Was the distress
Yes.
signal a ruse?
What have you done with my men?
Nothing.
Nothing. Mr. Spock? This is nothing?
They're just as they have always been. It's you who are different.
Ah, she did change his perception or his speed.
I cannot hear you, Captain.
To their ears, you sound like an insect.
Oh, the buzzing was them talking super fast?
So you are like me now.
Because of the acceleration. We move in the wink of an eye.
Oh, a wink of an eye.
But all that really matters is that you can see me and talk to me. We can go on from there.
What do you want?
Why?
Because I like you. Or are you so accustomed to being kissed by invisible women?
He's accustomed to being kissed by a lot of women, so you're not, don't think you're something special.
Is this why you sabotaged my ship?
We had to make some changes in it to adjust it to us.
You said we.
I am their queen. You are going to be their king. Living on Scalus.
What about my ship?
Why do you want the ship if you want to stay on Scalus?
They will realize that you vanished.
You're accelerated far beyond their power to see, so they'll go on without you.
Oh, she just wants to take him down.
But the stun effect is not very pleasant.
Well, that won't work.
Well, you go ahead. Try.
It's too slow?
My reactions are much too fast. This can be set for stun and destroy too, like yours.
And disarming, apparently. I love everything about her outfit. I gotta do a top 10 TOS outfits after at the end of this.
You'll feel better about it all in a little while.
So are there 900,000 of them?
Be gentle with him.
Oh, yeah. They were there, but then we just couldn't see them or sense them.
That's just the way it happened. He was there, and all of a sudden he wasn't there. Captain Kirk, you've made it.
Compton, did they accelerate you?
Ah.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
They're in there. We've got to get rid of it.
I'm sorry, sir. Entry's forbidden.
By whose order?
The commander, sir.
I'm your commander, Compton.
That's right. Don't forget it.
I'm sorry, sir. You are no longer.
What's she wearing?
I met this girl. She's one of them. I've never known anyone like her. I didn't understand at first, but I do now.
Well, can you explain it to us?
All right, Compton.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly, buddy.
Stop.
Well, at least he falls slowly. Oh, is he back on our side?
You were ordered
Ooh.
to stop him.
Oh,
Why'd
yeah,
you
look at
disobey?
that.
I tried to stop him. He was my captain.
Another will be secured for you.
Is he dead?
Mr. Sulu, did you drink your coffee?
Yes.
Did anyone else?
I had some. Was it the coffee?
I cannot give you that answer until these have been analyzed, and we must determine effective countermeasures. Mr. Scott, you have the con. I shall be in the medical lab.
The time that they did this whole conversation, I feel like weeks have probably passed for Kirk. Or at least hours.
If they're so stubborn a species, perhaps they will last longer.
Last longer?
I hope so.
Oh, like their lifespan?
I want to keep this one a long time. He's pretty.
Like he's a pet.
You cannot allow yourself to feel an attachment to such.
Am I jealous of what you do?
I do my duty.
So do I. And sometimes I allow myself to enjoy it.
What is that device doing on my ship?
I will tell you anything you want to know.
We're your prisoners.
Hardly. You're free to go anywhere you want to.
I guess that's true. But he can't interact with any of his crew, so...
Study it if you wish. I suggest that you do not touch it.
How many times have you tried that? 3, 4? Oh, come on now. Now what good is that gonna do?
He told you not to touch it.
Oh my goodness.
In your struggle with Compton, some of his cells were damaged. Those newly accelerated to our level are sensitive to cell damage.
Oh.
They age very rapidly and die.
He was so young.
Was.
Why did you lie to him? He did not damage that when you did.
Perhaps he will be less violent now.
I'm just really trying to focus on what's going on and her dress.
Go ahead.
I guess what I'm wondering is how much time is passing in, like, the Enterprise time while they're zipping around here.
They are able to speed others up to their level, as they did Compton and me. But when
Damaged.
damaged, they age incredibly fast, as though accelerated living
Burns them out.
is my belief that they are turning the Enterprise into a gigantic deep freeze for purposes only the Scalosians know.
Quite correct.
There's just too much that we don't know.
The unit will be activated. By the time they hear this, it will be too late.
Yeah. You gotta figure this out on your own. Your crew can't help you. They're way behind.
You were quite right in almost every assumption.
Why are you doing this?
A long time ago, we used to be like you. Our country was almost destroyed by volcanic eruptions. Radiation was released. It accelerated us. Children died. All of our men had become sterile, so we had to mate outside our own people. Whenever a spaceship came by, we sent out calls for help, but accelerating them to our level burned them out. We are going to take you down with us.
What about the rest of my crew?
They will remain here in suspended animation. We are saving them for when we need them in the future.
Oh.
Captain, we have the right to survive.
Not by killing others.
Yeah, that's not right, lady.
Did not ask for it. We're not to blame. We are handling it in the only way we know how.
Have you tried any other way? I promise you, we'll use every skill we have to help you. We'll call on the most brilliant minds in our Federation to help.
We've tried to make the transition to your level. Those who made the attempt died.
And there's only 5 left?
I'm sorry for what's going to happen to you, but I cannot change it.
I guess they've tried and they've given up hope, and now they just have resorted to taking people from other species and just using them to reproduce.
How I'll activate our unit and follow you. I'm setting it to allow enough time for all of us to get off the ship.
Captain's gone.
Go after him, dealer. The same substance is in the captain's coffee as in the Scalocian water, and there's no trace of it in any of the other cups.
Oh, don't drink that. Well, they can maybe Spock and Scotty or McCoy can reverse engineer it.
Why did you run?
I panicked.
We're in the transporter room. You can activate.
Beam them down at once.
I didn't hear the noise. It's supposed to go.
It's working before. Try it again.
The transporter isn't working. We'd better not activate the unit yet. If I had a suspicious nature, Captain, I would say that you sabotaged the transporter to buy time.
Yes, of course.
I'm glad we're both innocent. I despise devious people, don't you?
You're not innocent.
Let us program the information and determine whether we can find
Listen to
counter-agents.
the thing.
Did you just...
I've been hearing that whine ever since we beamed down to Scalos.
I know what it is. We brought it with us from Scalos.
Well, maybe they'll figure it out without listening to his message.
Are you married, Captain? No attachments.
Oh, he's attached.
You're married to your career, and you
Mm-hmm.
never look at another woman.
Well, he looks at women.
If she's pretty enough.
He looks at all the women.
Am I more presentable now?
A bit.
It was quite delightful kissing you when you couldn't see me.
Oh, she kissed him. I think I also noticed him touching his lip. But maybe not. I don't know.
I wouldn't allow you to take that, no matter how much we trust each other.
Was I too crude?
Don't try it again. You're far too vulnerable to skin damage.
She really does treat him like a
Scratch.
pet
Yes, I know.
or like a child to toy with.
You will come around to our way of thinking sooner or later.
Lieutenant, will you replay the Scalosian distress call on my viewer?
To any and all space travelers, my comrades and I are the last surviving members of what was once a thriving civilization.
There she is.
Those of us who are left have taken shelter in this area.
It's gonna be that buzzing. There it is. Spock figured it out. Oh, finally we get to listen to the message. But are they gonna be able to... Oh yeah, but Spock will know to slow it down.
Bring it to the bridge at once, Doctor.
This device attached to the life support systems, that they are turning the Enterprise into a gigantic deep freeze. I don't know how to destroy it, but its destruction is imperative.
Can we use phasers to cut through that wall?
Mr. Scott, we cannot cope with them on our level.
Can we find some way of coping with them on theirs?
That is a very logical suggestion.
Are they gonna drink the juice? That seems dangerous, though.
There's nothing wrong elsewhere, sir. Sufficient energy for beaming down.
Go get the others and bring them up here.
Dealer! Dealer!
Why isn't she answering him? Did she take it off? No.
Right.
What are you doing? Your queen wants him as her pet boy toy. Isn't she like the ruler of them? Oh, what a cut to commercial there.
Now stop it. Don't you dare do anything like that again.
You know how I feel.
I don't care what your feelings are. What I do is necessary, and you have no right to question it. Is the transporter repaired?
No, I have more work to do.
Don't you think you'd better do it?
I feel like I've been very distracted this episode because I'm trying to figure out if she looks like Angelique Pettyjohn to me or not, and I keep going back and forth. I feel like it's not her, but sometimes like she just really reminds me of her.
I adored him when I was a child. I must say you behaved better than he did.
Her nose is different though, isn't it?
I hoped I behaved correctly.
And nothing bothers you now?
Why are we here?
Our leaving was delayed.
But we are going to Scalos.
Do you want to?
Oh, yes.
What about your crew? Aren't you worried about them?
They'll be all right.
He's pretending.
You've completely accepted the situation, haven't you?
Am I behaving incorrectly?
No. I liked you better before. Stubborn and irritating and independent.
Those are undesirable qualities.
Maybe that's why I liked you so much.
She likes the bad, rebellious boys.
Finished. Yes, it counteracts the substance most effectively.
How do we get it to the captain?
That is a good
By
question.
drinking the Scalosian water.
But Spock, you don't know what that'll do
Oh
to you.
boy.
You seem to be moving very slowly, Doctor. Fascinating.
We got a speedy Spock.
He's gone.
I knew they'd figure it out. Oh, they fixed it.
I've beamed the others down. Come up when you wish. Signal me when you are ready.
Well, come, Captain. It's time to leave your pretty ship.
The unit is activated, Dila.
That's not good.
Beam down at once.
Haha. It was all a ruse.
He's broken away. He's armed.
I'm ready for him.
His face. I like how he doesn't even question it. He's just like, you're here. Let's do this. I mean, they can't talk or else they'll be found out. Hey, and now they can destroy it because he has their technology.
You are very clever, Captain. What shall we expect from you now?
We could put you in suspended animation until we determine what to do with you.
Don't make a game of it, Captain.
If I sent you back to Scalos, you'd undoubtedly play the same trick on the next spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
Your Federation will quarantine the entire area, and we will die and solve your problem that way.
If you will devote yourself exclusively to the concerns of Scalos, madam, we shall be pleased to remain and take care of the Enterprise.
But he has the antidote, right? Couldn't he give it to them?
Do I displease you so much?
I can think of nothing I'd rather do than stay with you. Except staying alive.
Staying alive is, yeah, pretty good. Well,
Energize.
Goodbye, Captain.
Well, Mr. Spock, what have you got?
Dr. McCoy and I have synthesized a possible counter-agent to the Scalosian water.
Let's test it.
okay, maybe after they test it, then they'll be able to go back down there and help those other people out.
Nothing's happening.
Oh. Now it is. Mr. Spock.
Spock.
Captain Kirk, where the blazes did you come from? And Mr. Spock, is he coming too?
He'll be here.
Mr. Spock has remained in accelerated time so that he might effect repairs to the ship more rapidly.
This panel is being recircuited at incredible speed.
Yeah.
I think we
Within seconds.
Mr. Spock. Repairs are now being effected by Mr. Spock. The ship will resume normal operations almost immediately. Mr. Spock, my compliments to your repair work and yourself.
I found it an accelerating experience.
That's a new one.
Goodbye, Dila.
But you have an antidote. Is there a reason that they can't? Oh, okay. Kathy Brown as Dila. There's something about her pouty lips that reminded me of Angelique Pettyjohn, but okay, well, that episode, the premise was really interesting. And I really liked the costumes, especially, well, I liked her costume mostly, Dila's, especially the colors, the pattern, and just the cut, basically everything. And I felt like their plight as a species was very interesting, but I guess I'm just kind of thrown off by why, if we had maybe they explained it and I was too busy trying to figure out if she was Angelique Pettyjohn or not, that I maybe missed something as to why they just used the antidote on themselves and not on those people, the Scalosians or whatever. But maybe the way that they gave the crew of the Enterprise that speed up thing and the way that they got it through the radiation is maybe different. So maybe the antidote only worked on them and wouldn't work on the Scalosians. But it just felt like something wasn't clicking with the resolution for me on this one. Yeah, I think it was just the ending kind of fell flat for me, but the rest of it I really did enjoy, even though sometimes I felt like it was moving a little bit slowly. Maybe because I wasn't sped up like Kirk was, I don't know. Or maybe I was, and that's why everything around me feels so slow. It didn't feel that slow, but maybe just a little bit at certain times where I was kind of like, where is this going? So yeah, I feel like this one is kind of a more in the middle of the road for me. Had a lot of really good things about it, especially the costumes, the concept. When I realized that they sounded like little bugs because it was their voices being like sped up really, really fast, that was really cool. And realizing that when they went down to the planet, there were people there, but they just couldn't see them because of the acceleration. I really wanted them to help those people. And I guess I'm just a little bit disappointed that they just kind of leave them to their fate. And it's, I guess, a necessity, but it's sad. And a sad ending like that isn't always bad, but I felt like it was missing something to pack some sort of a emotional punch for me. What do you guys think about this one? Please let me know in the comments. And honestly, another really cool episode from season 3. I feel like this is definitely going to be a very memorable one, with just how unique the concept was and things like that. And I think one of my favorite parts was when Kirk ran around the corner and saw Spock there, and he was just like, it's go time. No questions asked, just Spocky boy's here. Let's do this. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next Star Trek Original Series Season 3 episode. All right, bye-bye.